Good morning. Welcome. This is day 2 of my French day in Ibiza Nights Virgin Voyages cruise. We are now embarking on our French days portion of the cruise. We've just arrived in Marseille, France, and this is my first time in the south of France. I'd been to Paris for 36 hours 10 years ago. So this is my very first time in the south of France in the French Riviera, and I'm going to be doing an excursion, doing a walking tour through Marseille, and then a trip to Aix-en-Provence. You can come at me because I know I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And I believe it's about an hour away. I'm not sure. I'll correct it. And I'm very excited. It's a beautiful day. The port, I'm just looking at a bunch of container ports, and so it's, well, we'll flip the camera around in a second, but yeah, I'm very excited. It does seem like a beautiful day, and I am very excited to go to Provence and check out what the city of Marseille has to offer. So I'm gonna go grab some coffee. It is 8:48, so I need to be downstairs, and we are departing at 9:30. I have to be downstairs at 9:15, and I like to grab some coffee and maybe a little treat. So I'm gonna probably head down to the galley. They do have specialty coffee stations, but I think I'm just gonna go for a regular drip coffee and a treat. So see you in France. Bienvenue to Aix-en-Provence. It's a charming city known for its elegant streets, rich history, and artistic legacy. This excursion started along the famous Cours Mirabeau, a tree-lined avenue brimming with cafes, boutiques, and fountains. This is the city's social hub. Next, we ventured into the Old Town with its century-old buildings and lively markets. Stop by one or all of the shops for a taste of Provence, fresh fruits, olives, and sweet treats like pastries and their signature nougat.
This was the first whorehouse in town. Look at all these cameras. Close up.
Pro tip, make sure you have a variety of euro coins to use the public toilets.
Now come a little bit over here.
The second half of this excursion took us to one of the city's most iconic landmarks, the massive and majestic cathedral that dominates the waterfront. The current cathedral was built between 1852 and 1896 and commissioned by Napoleon III, but the story goes back much further. The site hosted Christian worship since the 5th century. In fact, some of the remnants of the old medieval cathedral still stand behind the newer structure. The cathedral is hard to miss. At 142 meters long, with its twin domes soaring 60 meters high, it's one of the largest cathedrals in France and one of the few national basilicas. It's a style in an unusual blend of Romanesque and Byzantine, and you'll notice the striped facade made from green Florentine stone and white Carrara marble, reminiscent of Italian churches like those in Florence or Siena. Inside, expect a richly decorated interior, domes covered in mosaics, marble columns, and intricate stonework. It's less about light and height like Gothic cathedrals, but more about grandeur and rhythm like an Eastern basilica. Whether you're drawn by history, architecture, or stunning views, this cathedral is a must-see if you're in Marseille. It's a place where East meets West and Old meets New, all in spectacular stone and mosaic. Overall, I wish I would have planned this port differently. I did not get my coffee and treat before leaving the ship in the morning, so my plan was to get that in X. However, I spent most of my time trying to exchange my euros to coins. I finally bought myself a Diet Coke, but then couldn't figure out how to use the toilet in the middle of the square, so I spent my coin. I didn't get to use the toilet or get a coffee or pastry. The cathedral did have a toilet that took credit cards, so I did get that taken care of, but by the time we left the cathedral, I was hangry. We did have an hour or so in the Old Port where I picked up a baguette and some much needed pistachio gelato. Lesson learned. Please like, share, and subscribe to follow along for more adventures of a New York City girl.